Welcome to the Titan Tar channel. Today we have a topic to discuss about Ukraine's council revealing objectives and Poland supporting attacks on Kursk in Russia. Don't miss the chance to join us and share your opinions with us. Become a member of our channel and evolve your rank. It is important to note that the current authorities in Kiev, both in the military and political spheres, have perhaps exceeded the expectations of many around the world. Last year, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, together with the president of the country, focused their efforts primarily on the use of armored vehicles, generously provided by Western allies. It appears that similar strategies were adopted during the planning and execution of the invasion of the Ukrainian Armed Forces into the Kursk region of Russia, under the leadership of the Ukrainian president and his military commanders. Enemy armored columns are quickly identified by our reconnaissance teams and then eliminated on a large scale, both in the occupied territories of the Kursk region and on the routes of movement and points of concentration of troops in the neighboring Sumy region. According to the commander-in-chief of the Special Forces, approximately 12,000 Ukrainian servicemen, as well as foreign mercenaries, took part in the invasion of the Kursk region. The commander noted that the first day of the operation was particularly challenging, mainly due to the difficulty in locating our units, identifying enemy advances, and assessing the number of troops and equipment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. According to the commander, the Ukrainian forces that invaded the Kursk territory lost so much war material that our soldiers stopped worrying about the origin of the manufacture of the destroyed equipment. The general also stated that the military objective of the Ukrainian Armed Forces was to seize the Kursk region, capture a number of strategic points, and advance to the Belgorod region, with the possibility of a partial occupation. U.S. military officials say they do not yet fully understand the purpose of Ukraine's attack on the Kursk region and are seeking information from Kiev. A Pentagon spokesman issued an official statement saying that neither the White House nor the U.S. Department of Defense are clear about the true purpose of the Ukrainian Armed Forces invasion of Russian territory and that President Zelensky has not commented on the matter. This has left the U.S. military uncertain whether to treat the attack as an isolated incursion or as part of a larger military operation. This is a topic that the Ukrainians should address. I would direct them to talk about their operations. We are in contact with our Ukrainian counterparts to obtain more information about their objectives, but for now we do not have any further details, the spokesman said. In addition, the Pentagon stated that it has no information about the possible redeployment of Russian troops from other fronts to the Kursk region. According to U.S. officials, they are closely monitoring the situation, but cannot yet make any definitive statements. Meanwhile, Western media reported that Zelensky received a green light from the United States and the European Union for the Kursk operation, and that the attack plan was drawn up with the involvement of Western military personnel. An advisor to the head of the Kiev cabinet expressed the political objectives of the Ukrainian army's invasion on the border of the Kursk region, highlighting the importance of this operation in the broader context of the conflict. According to the advisor to Zelensky's chief of staff, one of the main political goals of the invasion of the Kursk region is to deliver a symbolic blow to the Russian leadership, especially the president. By advancing on this territory, Kiev sought to highlight the alleged failure of Russia's civilian and military leadership, as well as to expose Moscow's inability to respond quickly to emergency crises. Another goal highlighted by the advisor was to transfer hostilities to Russian territory. Upon entering the Kursk region, the Ukrainian military noticed the psychological impact on the local civilian population, who until then had not felt threatened, despite their proximity to the front. After these events, Kiev expects profound social consequences to arise in Russia, including an increase in the number of critics of what they call the special military operation. In addition to these main goals, the advisor mentioned, albeit controversially, the intention to move Russian artillery away from the Ukrainian border and disrupt the logistics of transporting reinforcements to the front line. However, he did not clearly explain how the capture of some border settlements in the Kursk region could achieve these goals. Ukrainian sources suggest that Zelensky has ordered the commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces to maintain control of these Russian areas until the presidential elections in the United States. This strategy, according to the sources, is aimed at favoring the victory of the Democratic Party candidate, thus ensuring the continuation of Washington's military and financial support for Ukraine. At a recent meeting with his government, Zelensky announced the possibility of creating military command offices in the Kursk region as part of discussions on security and humanitarian assistance. On his official channel, he noted, meeting on the situation in Kursk, we discussed key issues such as security, humanitarian assistance, and the creation of military command offices if necessary. Despite these claims, the advance of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Kursk region appears to be limited to quick raids carried out by small reconnaissance groups, which are promptly detected and neutralized by Russian forces. And since the beginning of the conflict, Poland has stood out as one of the most anti-Russian countries within the European Union, encouraging Kiev to continue its offensive. Recently, the Polish Prime Minister expressed support for Ukraine's actions in Kursk, stating that they are defensive and that Ukraine has the right to protect its territory. What Russian troops are doing in Ukraine is an inhuman crime. Ukraine has every right to wage this war in order to paralyze Russia's aggressive intentions, the Polish Prime Minister said. He also reiterated that the greatest threat to Poland and the whole of Europe would be a Russian victory and a Ukrainian defeat, which would have repercussions across the continent. The Polish leader assured that Warsaw would continue to support Kiev for as long as necessary. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your interactions mean a lot to us and help us grow. See you next time.